When you feel you're bullied?
Yeah, I've been bullied, but sometimes I've been the bully because to my shame. But when I get challenged, something kicks in. It's not like I want to be this way, and I go into like, I got to take you out. Now, I'm not a fighter physically, so how do I do it? I do it verbally. Because the way he approached me, now, had he approached me maybe in a nice manner, things may have been different. He was nasty. Showed me no compassion, wanted to humiliate me. And he did.
Is this recorded?
No. He did. He humiliated me. I had no idea about the Bible because he would give me verses and then the Trinity. Well, how can Jesus be God? And I was destroyed, disgraced, and I was discouraged.
How old were you at the time?
I was close to, I think I was already in my 20s. It's in the 90s. And my buddy was there. I almost gave his name. I don't want to give his name. Lord help me not to mention his name. I almost came out. Yeah. He was there to witness it. But he didn't like lose his faith in Christianity. So I remember going at night and I started praying. And this was my deal with God. I said, God, if you give me answers to these questions, I swear to you, I will commit my life to never allowing another Christian to be humiliated ever again by a Muslim. And that set it in motion.
So when you made that prayer, what happens next? What is given to you?
The Lord is just directing my steps. Here, read this, read that, study this. And so, you know how...
The debate with Ahmadi Didat, how many people are around while this is taking place?
No, I didn't debate Didat. I debated someone who was an admirer of him.
So you debated the realtor that used the manual that he created to debate you?
That was influenced by him. Now, he has his own manual, but he had his manual that was influenced by Didat.
Oh, I got it.
So
okay.
It's not, but he's the trendsetter. He's the one.
I got it.
Right? He sells his own, but this guy had his folder with all his.
Is this realtor guy still preaching or no? Is he still out there doing this thing or no?
The last time I saw him, glory to God, vindication, I'll just tell you, a little ego, because we're Syrians, we got to win, right? When I came back a couple of years later, he ran between his tail between his legs, and I felt vindicated. That was the last time. So I don't know if he's alive or dead.
So that was in your 20s. That's a long time
so
ago.
That's in the 90s, and he was already maybe in his 40s, so I don't know.
Got it.
But the Lord gave me vindication.
Once you asked the Lord, you prayed for that, who came into your life?
No one person. It was still the Spirit guiding me. That's why I was saying I would go to stores. And I've met few Christian authors and lecturers, but it's all on VHS. But it wasn't how they shaped me when it comes to defeating Muslims. I learned a lot from two individuals in particular, but their approach was good, but it wasn't like devastating. The two names that really influenced me when it came to refuting Islam, and they're actually online for the website I write for, answeringislam.info. John Gilchrist, he wrote a series of booklets and books because he was also in South Africa. He was the response to Didat. So if you go to answeringislam.info, I'll walk you through it. Answering Islam, all right, yep. Now, if you look at individual authors, if you go down to the red, right there, individual authors, you're going to see John Gilchrist. It's that man right there. He wrote a series of books and booklets responding to Didat. I learned a lot from him. But his arguments were not devastating. So if you want to say, I would say he's an influence. Another man that really influenced me, because he taught me how to think logically, is even here on saying the website, if you go to William Campbell is right there to your left, all the way to your left, Campbell. And then right there, you see.
Right in the middle, right.
Up.
Yeah, there you go.
He wrote a book, The Quran and the Bible, Light of History and Science. If you click on that, phenomenal book. Phenomenal book. That book, man, I ate it up. Because he was writing a response to a man named Maurice Bouquet. He was the physician for the king of Saudi Arabia. He wrote a book in 1975, I believe, The Bible, the Quran, and Science. So he, as a non-Muslim, claimed, whereas the Bible is full of scientific errors, the Quran has none. In fact, it's a miracle. No, exactly. That book was being shoved down the throats of Christians. The Bible, Quran, and Science. Dr. Maurice Bouquet. Conveniently, he's the physician of the king of Saudi Arabia, and he found no mistakes in the Quran. Is that a coincidence? Yeah. No. It's completely unbiased. So this guy took him to took him to school, obliterated his arguments. That book right there, I can say, I probably read that book maybe 20 times.
Oh, wow.
Because he introduced, there's a chapter talking about deductive reasoning, right? And, how to think logically and how to avoid the etymological fallacy or how to avoid chronological fallacy, where you read a later meaning of a word into an earlier period of time. So you can't do that. So if a word means X now, that doesn't mean it had the same meaning 300 years ago. So you cannot apply modern definitions to words in an earlier context. You have to see how those words were used at that time. He blessed me. Because the Muslims will, yeah, well, the Arabic means this. Well, it means this now. What did it mean at the time of Muhammad? It's because words evolve. Like even the word pig, ironically. 100 years ago, now you put it in one of the entry, a metaphorical slur, policeman, cop, right? That would be one of the definition. Was that the meaning 200 years ago? No. So words evolve. So you can't tell me because the Arabic means this now, it meant that at the time when the Quran is written. So he taught me how to think critically. Now, the only problem is this guy debated Zakir Naik. And I was in the audience. And sadly, he got slaughtered by Zakir Naik, so his book was discredited.
William Campbell.
Yeah, he got this because he's not a debater. He was an older gentleman. See, some people, if you want the most effective takedown of anything, you got to know people's strengths and weaknesses, and you got to then put them in their areas of strength, keep them away from areas of weakness. So if I know you're a phenomenal speaker but not a debater, I'll let you speak. This guy's a devastating debater, he'll do the debates. If you're a phenomenal writer, not a good speaker, you do the writing. And if you're specialized, let's say, in the Trinity, you only talk about the Trinity. He specializes in destroying, let's say, Hinduism. You don't deal with anti-Trinity. That's not your field. Stay in refuting Hinduism. You're great at Islam. You don't deal with Jehovah's Witnesses. You suck in that. Mm-hmm. Here's a guy. That's how you got to do it. You got to know people in their areas of strength. Like Robert Spencer, you won't find anyone better in political jihad and historical Muhammad. You put him there, he's going to shine. No one's going to touch him. So you got to know the person and put them in their area of expertise. See, like me, I don't know much about science. I don't know much about atheism. The most stupidest thing I can do is debate an atheist. Because if it's about the glory of Christ, I don't want to go embarrass myself and destroy faith. So let me bring those lions, Christians, who spend their time eating up atheists. So that's how you have to strategize. So Campbell was a great writer, not a great speaker. He got destroyed by Zakir Naik.
Hey guys, Vincent Oshana here. I recently released a new shirt for my faith-based line, Faith Over Fear. There's a cross on the front and Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 on the back. As Christians, we've never seen Jesus face to face, but we believe. That's what having true faith is. Trusting when we can't see. And if you walk by faith, you have absolutely nothing to fear. Go to vtmerch.com, pick up a shirt. We have hoodies. We even have a female line. Rock the shirt, rock it with purpose, and let the world know who you stand with. Peace and love.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.